Hello, students. Today I want to talk to you about a little bit more about brand guidelines. Aside from creating your logo, one of the most important things is how you're going to use it and how important it is to stay consistent. So, we're going to create a brand guideline sheet that hopefully will keep you a little bit more um, intact with your brand. That way, other people can recognize your brand and know that it's you, and it kind of forces you not to be so not to waver so much and um, stay just stay more consistent. So let's dive in and I wanted to start off by showing you an example. This is what we're going to create. So as you can see, this is their logo right here. So they have what a logo would look like on a dark background and what it would look like on a white background. And that's important to create from the beginning because you're going to have that issue come up at some point. Also creating a logo mark because for apps or different places where you don't have room for the entire logo, you might want it just a little mark. And then, of course, you have your colors that you're going to use. You should set probably like two primary colors and then some secondary colors to kind of support your brand. And staying very consistent is key for brand recognition. So when people look at your brand, you're not blue one day and then purple the other day, you stay on brand. You can have two supporting, one primary font and then a supporting font. And then you can also create some iconography, some icons. And then you can also show how it applies on other um, designs or photography or signage. This is another one. This one is, let me see. Oh, it's zoomed out. Okay. So, again, showing your primary logo, maybe different versions of your logo, and then you want to have just what it would look like as an icon, like a logo mark. Again, the primary colors and then secondary colors. The other colors you don't use as much. The first two are the ones that are the most prominent in your brand. Brand assets is any patterns or anything supporting the brand, maybe a background or if you want to show how it applies into a design, that's where you would do that. And then your primary font, and then you have a supporting font. You may even have like a paragraph style that you want to create in your guideline. And then you show you can show also how it would be applied in any type of design if you want to show a little bit of some what it would look on a product or on a website, and that just elevates your design. Um, so just having the logo alone is not enough. I think that this is what I ended up learning is that if you kind of explore the logo a little further, And if you show this to somebody that you are doing a logo for, it would just make it that much more professional. So I think it's important to kind of play around with that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a tool that I have used, and that will help me create, some secondary palettes or something. If you already have chosen your colors, let's say you only have one color, or maybe you have two, but you want some supporting colors. I like to use this website called Coolers. And what you can do is you can put in your hex color, um, and you can choose. For instance, these are the two that I want, and once you choose that, you can lock it and then unlock the other ones, like whichever color you want you can lock, and then if you hit the space bar, um, it will provide different colors until you find a palette that you are more comfortable with, or that you feel like is uh is more of where you're going with it. So, like, let's say I saw this one and I said, you know what, I think I might want this one too. So you can hit spacebar, and then the other two are going to create another um, color variation. And then if you click on visualize colors, it will gather the colors that you just chose and create some mock-ups for you that you can use in your design. Um, so, having said that, let's go to Illustrator. That is where I'm gonna build mine, just because I have my logo there already, and I can add some text. But you are more than welcome to use InDesign if you want. Um, I just would not. I would stay away from Photoshop, just because you want your images to be crisp, so you want to stay with the vectors. Okay, so here's another example. These are two other examples. Just know that you can create your sheet any way you want, to add whatever you want. Sometimes they have certain things, and sometimes they don't. So you can choose what you want. So this is a logo suite. Like we said before, like different ways of using your brand and creating a logo mark at the end, just kind of simplifying it until, like, maybe sometimes if you have a website, you might need a little mark for the fav icon or something like that. I don't know how they call it, but just a little mark where you are going to need that for your browser. And assets, like we showed, like you can literally grab a screenshot of this and add it to your assets or something like that, to kind of show the color pattern or something like that. Then your color palette. So again, you can grab a screenshot or something like that of the color palette that you have here, and add it to your color palette. It's better if you type it out, but I understand if you're just trying to get it on there. If you do a screenshot, that's fine. But I do want you to play around with the layout a little bit. You should pick out a primary, a secondary, or a supporting font if you want. You could also stick with just one font. That's up to you, up to how you want it to look. And then here are some applications of them using the brand. Again, if you wanted to, you can, this is what a dashboard would look like, or um, a website, or you could put this on a on a screen. Let's say put it over a monitor or something like that. That would be fine. And of course, this is another example. And this is something that I did. This is what I was doing for myself. So I'll have this text and I'll add it to our discussion, and you can put that there. I chose my primary colors that I wanted to use, and then my secondary supporting colors that I wanted, and I chose the fonts that I want to use. I just stuck with one, and the graphic elements that I added from that website. Okay, so this one is something that I actually did for a client for a company here in Houston, and so we went through a lot of logo revisions. It took a while, but in the end, when I was ready to give them the logo, I could have just sent them this, right? But it's much nicer when you show them, look, you're gonna have situations where the logo is gonna be in a dark background. So I gave them the whole sheet, and trust me that they really appreciate that. And then I also thought about having it extended because maybe you want to add that on a pencil or some sort of um of a place where it fits better more horizontally. So always keep those things in mind. And I think that when you give a client or somebody a sheet like this, it's so much better than just sending them a logo, and that seems very um, just amateur to just send somebody a logo. You send them something like this, it's a little bit more professional, and you put your icons and your your colors, your fonts, and then your graphic elements. Again, you could go a little further, and if you want to put this on a monitor or put this on an app or something like that, you can do that. Um, you don't have to use my layout. I would prefer if you created your own layout. But you're more than welcome. I'm going to share this this text, and I will put it in the discussion for you to grab. So I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you have fun with this, and I can't wait to see what you do. All right.